or is that updated?
Yeah, it's updated. 57.
All right, 57 guys.
At 100, we're calling it quits. Just to let you guys know.
For
If
real,
we're not
man.
at 1,000 subscribers by 100 episodes, that's it, right?
That's it. We're done, dude.
That's it. We're gonna
That's
get
it.
real
I'm tired of it.
jobs.
You guys aren't.
We're at
spraying
750 right now.
it. Is it?
Yeah. Tell your mom.
Not spreading
Tell your
it
grandma.
fast enough, dude.
They don't. You know.
No. Ponte las pilas.
We got to
también.
spread this like COVID.
Yeah,
yeah, it's true.
That's
Facts,
right. You guys
man.
are go
Yeah,
there
man.
supporting fucking some guy named Wilito, and you guys are come on, man.
Oh.
Step it up, dude.
Shots fired.
dude. Fucking heavy shots, dude.
Wow.
You guys are always supporting motherfuckers that say pa. If you say pa one more fucking time,
Oh, come on, pa. Come on, Chewy, pa.
I can't do pa, dude. Pa is where I draw the line.
Pa is
Can't
weird.
do pa. Pa is like you guys force pa to be cool, and I hate that.
I didn't force it. They did it. They done did it, pa. But let me tell you something. There's some certain people who can call you something and you're just like, I'm going to go with it.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell them anything. Like my friend from, who's not with us right now, who's in jail, he calls me son.
Oh,
son, where
shit.
you been at? Son, I've been waiting for you all day.
Yeah.
You know?
Danny has a pen pal friend.
Yeah. In jail.
He's in jail, and he just they're just best buds.
We are best buds.
It's fucking. He writes him. He shows him pictures like, "Man, take a bite of that. I want to see what it looks like." Damn, dog, that shit looks like it's fucking good. Dog.
He's like, "Hey, that taste test was crazy, dog. I can't believe you fucked that up, homie."
Damn, man, I thought you gorditos knew about your food. Fool. Fuck, dude. Yeah, dude, that was a fun try that, dude. I gotta try that. That's gonna be trash.
Oh, it's all good, man. We're gonna get better. We're gonna
Try
keep
my
getting
best.
better. That's all that matters,
Yeah.
dude. I can't wait for my try that because you guys are gonna be so grossed out, and I am too. But we're gonna do it. We're gonna be like Deion Sanders. Don't judge me right now. Right now is the worst I'll be. Oh, right now is the worst I'll be. Oh, judge me when I'm at my best. Oh,
Damn.
all right. He did say that, and then continued to lose all season. But hey, but then he had a good season.
That's
He had a good season.
But that's a good, hey, he tried. And that's a good ass line. And that's all you can ask for, dude. Some people just don't even have good lines.
You know what? Let us know in the comments since when you've been listening. What episode? Or drop a quote that you're like, oh, this is from the beginning, That's what I want to know. Let us know you have ball knowledge of delete that. Yeah. Do you got ball knowledge without saying too much?
Sports, you mean?
No. Like, ball knowledge is like, oh, with this one reference, I know ball.
Oh, boy.
So with this one
ball knowledge, what's the fucking ball knowledge?
Ball knowledge is like sports, but they say that about like just about anything. So like it could be like ball knowledge about movies or about comedy. Like, oh, you do know comedy because of this.
Damn, you learn something new every fucking day, dude. Vinci, I thought you Gen Zers, so you guys put me on game. You make me young again.
We're not Gen Z, actually.
What are
we
you?
We're in the gray area. We're Gen Z. Dude, I know Gen Z people, and they always tell me, you're not Gen Z, you're a millennial. And millennial people, you're not a fucking millennial. Danny, don't let those fucking kids tell you that, man. Yeah. They tell me that all that time. Those fucking kids are just like me.
Yeah, maybe like, because people like tell me, what am I? I'm considered millennial?
Yeah.
Am I a millennial or whatever?
Yeah, you would.
So people tell me that I'm like, hey, man, you're not millennial because your reference is like from when I was a kid. So where were you born? I tell them like, damn, that's crazy. Like, it's like maybe I'm just poor. I didn't have millennial things. I didn't have a Nintendo 64. I didn't have these things. I have friends that had these things, but I didn't have them. So then I'm like, my games were like old school games where I have to go outside and make your own game. Yeah. Find your own fucking fun, And people trip out and they're just like, damn, how'd you know that? And it's like, well, because I grew up poor just like you did. That makes sense. But yeah, I mean, for us, we would have to ask.
You
guys are poor compared to Gen Zers.
No, we had video games, but we still went
outside.
But we
and
didn't
played.
have video games till like middle school.
Yeah.
And elementary school, yeah, we had to play outside.
Never mind. I had video games all through. My dad bought me
but
a
we still
system.
like to go outside.
I would just
A good game of cops and robbers never hurt nobody, man. Yeah, man.
Fool,
Rank
I
those
swear
games.
to God,
Rank
dude.
those games. Ready?
Yeah.
Rank those
Top
childhood
game?
games.
Yeah.
Two-hand touch football. Two-hand touch football was number
Trash.
one.
I hated it.
Number
I
one
never-
for
I
me.
never understood it.
Loved it. Okay, what about
hated
cops and
flag
robbers?
football.
Where'd you put it?
Cops and robbers is cool, but how did you guys play it?
It was like 2 or 3 cops, and then everybody else was a robber.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could break people out.
It would, for us, it was mostly like it's only one robber, and then everybody else are cops.
Oh shit.
Yeah. That's how we would do it.
That shit would be hard.
That shit was fucking that. You had to really hide, man. You had to really fucking that got all the lights as fucking Grand Theft Auto. Fool. I was like fucking
6 stars.
Yeah, for sure, dude. We had this video, dude. First of all, we had this video that I had when we were a kid, and then we lost it, dude, from when we were moving to place. But if I would have still had that video that shit was my fucking childhood in that tape. And I hate the fact that we lost it. We would pretend we were like in the show Cops, and my sister would like record us, and we're like throwing each other on the floor, arresting each other, and the things we were saying, like we would have like these little white rocks, and we would put them on the thing, acting like it was like cocaine.
Yeah.
And it was a trip. My dad saw it like when he was like he saw it a couple of months after we were done, and he was just like blown away. He's like, you guys are exposed to too much wild shit, and like he talked to us like you cannot be talking about or like
doing this stuff,
doing these things. This isn't real life or whatever. And I was like, oh well, that's what we're exposed to in these neighborhoods. And then we moved after that. Where my dad moved because of that tape. He freaked him out. He's like, Nathan, we got to get out of here.
You're not supposed to know this stuff already.
But yeah, I mean, a good hide and go seek was fun. But I like ball tag. Ball tag was my number one. A good ball tag.
Explain the game.
Ball tag. It's you got a ball,
and
then you tag people with it. That's it. Yeah, you take
with your ball set.
No, it's just like you're running around, and then you have like any balls. Like the thing is, like we picked anyone that was outside.
Yeah.
That like a tennis ball, little fucking racquetball, the blue ones, or a soccer ball. It doesn't matter, even if it was flat. Like it don't matter. Like the point is, like this ball is if it touches you, you're it, and now you get to throw it and hit somebody with it. So everybody's running around, trying not to get hit, and then you will throw it at them, and like as close as you want, and the distance is like. But if you tag them, that's it. And that's it. You just stay away from it. And then we had this one game that we had my dad had a giant ass fucking chain with a big lock at it on it at the end because he was a welder. And he had a little corner that had like his shop. So he had a bunch of metals chains and random shit. And we found this fucking giant chain that looked like an anchor, right? And had a giant lock at the end. And what we'll do is that we would grab one end of it and then we'll spin it around. We'll be like spinning it around in circles. And now you have to jump in and you got to jump and not get hit by the chain. And if you get hit by the chain, it's going to fucking hurt. So you don't want to get hit by the chain. So you have to be on it. And then, maybe my little brother would play too. He was fucking like 6 or 7.
Damn.
6, 7. But,
hey,
I see what you did there. But, yeah, those are our games, dude. And if you got hit by the end of the fucking the lockway, that shit will hit your ankle. No mames. That shit will fucking make you swollen. But that's like poor people games, But you have to be fucking truchas, dude. Because if you're not, that shit would fucking hurt, dude. That was very painful.
That was rough. That sounds rough.
Sounds terrible.
That sounds rough. I mean, I never played no chain jumping, but we did play a lot of kickball. You ever play kickball? Kickball, classic.
But you guys didn't have your like Mexico games. Obviously, there's Roña.
No, so we only played like different variations of tag or freeze tag and shit like that. But we would play like the whole block. Like we're talking about like a cul-de-sac plus like what's onto the main street.
Oh, that's of course.
So then it was like there was times where we were literally running throughout the whole street, all the businesses nearby and all that. And then we would play till it was late. So then it was fun, But yeah, that was about it. Because me and Danny, believe it or not, were the only kids that were allowed to like stay out later.
Nice.
Then everybody else had to always be inside.
As soon as sundown. One buddy heard his dad's whistle, he had to be home.
Yeah. What was your guys' family whistle?
Nothing. My parents come look for us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You guys didn't have a family whistle when you're at the store?
No.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Because when we get to the store, it was like everybody's on their own.
And then everybody says
that's crazy how it used to be. Like now, God forbid you fucking go on your own.
No way.
But I remember when we got to the grocery store and it was like, bye.
I got lost a couple times, man.
We like run into each other. Like you're gonna be in an aisle and you run into your mom. Like,
hey, it's my family.
It was a fucking trip.
You're with another family.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my mom. Gotta go.
I've been lost. Yeah, I've been lost before. Yeah.
One time they had to call at Target. I got lost and they had to call my mom
on the PA.
Yeah, we used to do the whole. That was our family whistle. And then when they're really looking for you, that long one was like, go now.
Gotta go.
Yeah.
Bessie, come home now.
Bessie, yeah. But we used to
dude.
I used to be with a friend. I'm like, I gotta go. That's my dad. I have to go.
We used to have our friend, this little white girl. She would come hang out all the time. And we were like, what, 6, 7? And
hey now.
No.
7.
Hey now.
6, 7. 6, 7.
No, we don't do that.
Danny, you just did it.
No, it was an accident. So, and her thing was when her parents called her, they would just go, Misty. And so then
voice
gave up. So then when we were over,
bored of her,
we would Misty. And she would go, I gotta go home.
she's just a little girl, and then we're like bored. She's just at our house, so
she would just love to hang out.
One of us would pretend to call her name like from far, Misty, like that.
Yeah.
And so then she would be like, "Is somebody calling me?" And we're like, "I think somebody's calling you from home." So she used to have to go home.
That's fucking crazy. Yeah,
My uncles would do it too.
That's fucking funny. Misty. I remember my dad. My dad would always be working around the house no matter what. He never had a day off. He just fucking be working. He was a welder, so I don't know if you ever like been around people like that when they're like welding.
I've only seen it from like when they go to like I've only seen it them do work at a location, never at home.
Oh, okay. So my dad would do little side jobs and stuff to make extra cash, and smart because he'll go to a job and they'll be like, hey, how much? He's like, oh, that's expensive. He's like, but I mean, I'll do it for. I mean, that's what my boss was, but I'll do it for fucking.
Like hit me up on Saturday.
$5, and my dad would go do it. Picked up a bunch of jobs, and then he'll need a hand, and we'll always have a friend around. And my dad's like, he doesn't give a fuck who it is. He just needs that hand right now. So hey, wait, I gotta lay. And I used to hate it. I used to fucking not want to because when it comes to welding, it's like sometimes he's grinding a fucking piece of metal, and it's like the chispas of the fucking little like, the sparks.
Yeah.
Will land on your hand, and you still better not let go. Just because it's on you gotta learn how to fucking I want the thing. Gotta go huevos, way. And you're like, and it's like all the things all over your fucking body. It's just like it's hitting your fucking face, way. And I'm like, oh my god. And my dad will fucking.
He's just inviting his friends over.
Yeah.
Hey, bring a welding shirt.
Yeah, dude. And then sometimes like you're hitting you're smoothing the fucking metal, and it's like the bar is getting hot. So it finally reaches to where you're at, and then you gotta fucking let go and shit. But you better not let go. So it's one of those things. But sometimes it seeps through your fucking glove.
That's
then my
scary.
homies that didn't know, I'm like, oh yeah, go hold up. And I used to just be like, "Apá, él te ayudar, pero lo verá, güey, ven, so don't get your hand out of it." And then my friends, it's hard. And I used to be laughing like, "That's right, bitch. That's what I have to deal with." But anyways,
wow.
But we had games. When it comes to games, like, you guys didn't have any
going to the side gigs. My dad would do side gigs because he's a veterinarian technician. Fancy word for vet nurse, right? So then he would do like vacunas on the side, like if you couldn't go to the vet and stuff. And then the craziest one was people like with certain dogs, they like to cut their tails or their ears. And so like we got to experience that. Like he like this brand new puppy and he's cutting off their tails and you just hear these dogs like freaking the fuck out. And we're just like, why would you do that? He's like, I don't know. They wanted it. So
it's
like
usually like cholos and all that.
Yeah.
They like to cut their
could you your dogs look all spiky.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
It's fucked up.
But yeah, so what was that? Oh yeah, the games. So you gotta get those fucking games. You guys never had Mexican games?
What do you mean by Mexican games? Like,
so Mexican games like Gallinita Ciega. You never had Gallinita Ciega?
No.
Never?
No.
You know what that is? Okay, so we had this thing called Gallinita Ciega, and what it was like you get a blindfold or a shirt or whatever it was, and you just wrap it and you cover your eyes, and then what we do is that we're all in the room, right, and then we just turn off the lights.
Oh, yeah.
So now you gotta fucking like
we
look
did play
for
the
people
game.
just in case, you have the lights because you can always look down,
Yeah.
but you have the lights off and you're fucked. And we will play that game, and then you'll like everybody's like running on one room, and it just creates chaos because then you're jumping on people's beds and doing a bunch of shit until your uncle comes in that owns a house and it's his kids. It's like, mijo, no seas pendejo, güey. Mira, we just bought you these things.
Yeah.
And we're like, all right, we won't play that. And then they leave. Like, let's play again. And we'll play. So we got Gallinita Ciega. That was a banger, dude. I remember my cousin, dude. We were like in middle school, and she had this friend that had these fucking. She had boobs, dude. At a young age, we're like, oh shit, we're all young. We're all the same age, and we're like, fuck. So we turn off the lights. We're like, I remember my friend tried to grab one, dude. And then turned on the lights and caught him mid fucking. And then we looked, he's like, ah! And he got caught. And after that, she was like, I'm not playing with these fucking perverts. And she left. I was like, we all wanted to see what that would feel like. Damn, we missed out. But anyways, and then we had Cuatro Esquinas, which is like if anybody had a truck. We played this in Mexico mostly, but if you had a truck, one person was sitting in the everybody had sat on one of the corners of the truck. You had somebody in the middle, and so when that person is turned around, whoever's behind them, they'll switch seats. And then you're like running back and trying to get them. And then when you turn on to get that seat, then the other people are jumping. So everybody's jumping across, trying to change seats while this person is like in the middle. And it's like ball in the middle type of thing. And it's like, and finally you'll catch someone slipping and you'll run to the corner. And now they're in the middle.
So you have to sit before they sit.
Yeah, you have to sit there before they sit. And it's like musical chairs, but in the corner.
Wow.
And that was fun game, dude.
Inside a truck? That's crazy.
Inside of a truck, yeah. And that would be the fun game because you're just like, your tios are talking forever about whatever. And you're just playing. You're just playing games.
Those were the times.
As a kid, I always wondered.
It was so entertaining. I loved that game.
It was crazy.
As a kid, I was always like, "What are they talking about? What can they? How can they just sit in one place and just talk for that long?" But now I'm that guy. Now it's like, oh, when I'm with my family, I can sit and talk forever and just drink and have a good time. But when I was a kid, I was just like, what is it that's so interesting that you could sit here and
dude, you ever had you know, like walked into a conversation. You're playing with your friends. I mean, you're playing with your cousins, right? I'm over there fucking playing wrestling, getting chairs thrown in my fucking face and shit like that. Arm bars, don't go stealing and shit. And like you're in the room and then you're sweating, right? You're like, water break. So you're like, I'll be back. And they're like, hey, bring me water. Yeah. And then you got a bunch of random plastic cups filling everybody with water. But you get this little glimpse of like the conversation, right?
Yeah.
And you get a glimpse. And then you ever had to walk in to a conversation and your uncle's like crying, like, and like or your aunt's like crying about their life.
Yeah.
And you just like filling up the cup. You're right there on the side, you're filling it up. And then you just see them and like, la neta que no sé cómo le vamos a hacer. No, I don't know. No sé cómo le vamos a hacer. And my uncle's just like, chingada madre. And my dad's just like, no, así es la vida. Así es la vida. And I could tell that everybody's not adding information, but they're just waiting for me to be done with the water so they can continue talking shit about their family member or their grandma. And I'm just like that. And because it gets quiet, right? Because you hear a lot of like, yeah. And then my dad's like, púrale pues, púrale. I'm like, I don't know, you guys were waiting for me. I'm like, hold on, I got a bunch of waters. Now I'm fucking walking slow. And my dad's like, chinga madre, hombre. Mijo, púrale, güey, púrale, córrele, a ver. And I'm just like, all right. And then when you hit the corner, then you get nosy and you stop at the hallway, like. And then you can hear like, no, pues sí, pero el compadre, ¿sabes lo que me hizo la otra vez, güey? Llegó, and I'm just like, oh.
Pues sí, te digo, yo creo que Jesús es puto, güey.
Ese morito es
I'm not.
El morito del Danny ya se ve lesbiano, ya se ve lesbiano. Seguro que no es, güey. No, la neta, güey, lo encontré con una paleta, güey. Hasta fondo, güey. Se vato le encanta. So you're in there, and then, you give all the water. But yeah, it's these moments like that, you're like, fuck. You know what game that we played that we were, like, infatuated with, me, my brother and sister, were like, Huevitos. You ever play Huevitos?
No.
It sounds like a weird fucking name, I know. Huevitos. So what we do is, this is the most, like, Mexican paisa game ever. If you guys play this game, güey, neta eres paisa, güey. Es uno de los míos, güey. But the way that this works is that, like, you dig up a hole. 3 holes. Everybody digs their own hole, right?
Facts.
And
Facts. Everybody does dig their own hole, man.
You dig your own hole, okay? And you get like a tennis ball. It's like mostly we play with the tennis ball, but you can play with any other balls, like a little, like those blue ones, the racket balls.
Yeah.
But we play with the tennis ball. And then, so you're digging up a hole, and then you get 3 rocks. 3 rocks that looks like huevos or whatever.
Okay.
So then you're fucking, you put the rocks right on top of the hole, and everybody's behind a line. So then I roll. So then I have a ball, if we were playing, right? And I'm going to throw it on the hole that I want it to land on. So if I want it to land on right here, you're standing in front of your own hole. Everybody's in front of their own hole. And then you're rolling the ball. So you control which hole you want it to land on. If it lands on your hole, we have to run and touch the fence. And you have to run and grab the ball and then hit one of them that like right into the fence.
Oh wow, that's a fun game.
So yeah, so then you go like this and you fucking roll it and it lands on him and we fucking run and then Danny now has to run to where the fucking thing is, turn and then throw and then hit us. But if we touch the fence, that's it.
You're safe.
You're safe. You can't hit him. And if you get hit while you touch the fence and it hits you, then you have to be in the fucking in front of the wall, and we all have to throw and hit you. So like you gotta be careful.
That's a fun time.
Sometimes you'll get hit in the head, way, in the side, but it's like the game. So and then if you like throw the ball and you didn't hit anybody and you lost, you get a fucking rock, which is the huevo. You get a rock, and then when you get 3 of them, whoever gets 3 rocks gets to stand in front of the wall. And everybody takes turns hitting you.
Wow.
And there's a big difference. I mean, there's a big distance.
Wow.
And then you're just like this, and you get to cover just one spot of your body. So some people turn around and just cover your head. and then you're hitting like the shoulder, the back, and then suddenly you hear the ball just, and it hits the fucking wall. Boom! Like, oh fuck, thank God. And then sometimes the way you want to do is you want to be spread out like that because it's harder for you.
Damn, that's crazy, dude. That sounds like a fun game.
It was very fun. That was my favorite fucking game.
We should play around one day.
Yeah.
What's a game that you were like, I'm the shit in this one? This one I know I'm gonna win.
Huevitos.
Oh, that was your shit?
I'm telling you, dude, I learned how to I learned that in Mexico. We brought it back to the States, and when we were with my cousins for carne asadas, we'll play in their yards because all my uncles had big ass yards. Mm-hmm. So we were playing, and then it's like I literally practice at home. I would like fucking learn how to throw the ball, and I would just practice. My dad's like, "Hey, va a ser beisbolista." I'm like, "No, I'm gonna fucking beat everybody at Huevitos, dude."
That's not true. Now we know that Jesus had an arm. He could dive and catch. We just need to see him hit it. We need to take him to the batting cages.
Yeah, man, I was athletic. Thank you. But what were you saying? Which game did you?
No, because I remember
executed
we played a lot of two-hand touch football, right? We would play a lot of it. And it was me, Frank, and then our best friend D. We were on a team always on the same team. And then one day, Frank decides to flip the script on us when we were kids. He was like, you know what? Honestly, you guys are trash. I can win with anybody. Like, you guys are, because he was the quarterback. He's like, I don't need you guys. You guys are honestly like maybe like the breadcrumbs to the sandwich.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just talking shit one day.
Wow.
I don't know why.
But that's a hell of a thing to say. Breadcrumbs to the sandwich.
Yeah, I said, if this was PB&J, I'm the whole sandwich. You guys are the breadcrumbs.
Shit, where'd you learn that line, Frank?
I don't know, man. It's Dion Prime. He's in here.
Oh, shit. How old were you?
This was like, what? We were 13,
school,
12, 12 years old? Yeah, I said that. I remember. And I was like, yeah, I could beat the shit out of both of you with anybody on my team.
So then we gave him the worst players. We gave him the worst team. And then
what game was this again?
Two-hand touch football. It's like football, but just make sure. Because it's all asphalt. You can't really tackle anybody.
You see? We did. And then it was, trust me, we did. It was dangerous. But we wouldn't play no hand touch. We would fucking play in the basketball courts, tackle away. Fucking stupid.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. That was
yeah, I remember we were so pissed off, and we fucking lost. Frank still beat us with the worst team possible.
Yeah, Frank is like, when he hits his mind. Like, you showed me that when we were at fucking playing tennis soccer.
Strategist, man. Strategist.
This guy fucking you. Oh, my God.
It's just
Wait,
about.
You with me or David? You're with me.
Yeah, me and you.
He fucking pissed me off, dude. This guy.
I think that's one of my biggest things where it's like figuring out the system and then be like, all right, this is how we're gonna do it. Yeah. This is exactly how we're gonna score as many points as we need.
That's why you're a coach, dude.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, my brother. It was for me. It was my sister and my brother always because we're uneven. We're three, so there would be them two against me, and then but my little brother played. He actually was very good at soccer. Like even at a young age, I was like,
Gabriel.
Fuck. Yeah, Gabriel. Gabriel was really good. But then we were like invent little games like that everywhere we were at. Like we invented, we didn't invent, but we would play like soccer tennis. And white people were like, "Oh my God, I never thought of it." And we're like, we were playing that shit since we were like in.
But that's the fun part about like having less as a kid. You do more with your brain.
You're creative.
Yeah, you create more because you're like, I got to do something to entertain myself. I remember thinking of like back in the day, because it was always me and Danny. Obviously, I always had somebody to play with. So like we played catch, I would say hours in the day, and then we would switch to soccer.
Yeah,
catch
and
literally is cool.
And literally,
like
yeah, we literally would all we would do is play.
All we would do is play.
Like literally, like, all right, dog, today we're gonna play this. And we would play Champions League, and literally it would be the smallest fucking alley, and it'd just be like, all right, you can't do these, and we would have crazy fucking rolls. That ball was too high, man. It has to be right here. And we would get into big ass fucking fights over it.
But it was a good like those like that was just fun. Like it was just a good time.
Did you guys ever play like street soccer when you just had like rocks and then that was it? You just played, and then people would like the car.
Yeah,
our car would pass, or when the ball would go under the car, and everybody got stuck in a spot where you're like, "Fuck!" Now you like. I just wanted to. The best thing is when you just reach down there and you get the ball. But when you're like, you
right
look
in the middle,
it's in the middle, you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
Now I gotta put my whole body in, and then you take it out, and then once you kick it out, everybody grabs the ball. Oh, I can sing it away. You're like, wait till I climb out. And
you're covered in aceite, and your mom's fucking pissed when you get home. What the fuck?
Yeah.
And you're just like,
you got fucking oil all over your pants.
Yeah.
What are you doing, dude?
Yeah.
Like, oh, fuck.
You know, and
I was doing a sick oil change.
I always felt that the people pulling in always had such bad attitudes. It's like you see a couple kids playing soccer and you're upset. Like at our street,
they were like living life.
Yeah, but like nowadays,
but
if you were driving home and you saw kids playing, you'd be upset.
No, I wouldn't be upset. No, but to them, it's like it's normal, right? It's normal. What I'm trying to say is that it's normal, and you look at that as like, yeah, that's what kids are supposed to do. Like, get the fuck out the way. Like, stop playing soccer. I don't know if I'm making sense, but like nowadays, if I see two kids playing in the street, and I'm like walking by, I'm like, that reminds me. I remember when I was a kid. I'm gonna have a soft spot and be like, I get it. I've been there. But to them, it's all normal. It's like, yeah, kids, you guys fucking do this. Don't do this somewhere else. Go pick another fucking street.
Yeah.
You know, so that's why it's different.
Yeah.
But now we look at it as like, oh man, back in the day, that I get these kids.
Yeah.
Now we don't relate to these kids.
Yeah, yeah. And I think for us, where we lived, there was our neighbor was like, they were very ghetto, very cholos. Like, our neighbors became very cholos because it was very clean. And then the landlord was like, oh, I'm going to start renting to, like, what is it? What is it
housing?
Called? Like housing, like people who get help from the government.
Fuck.
So then, dude, our neighborhood got ghetto fast, dog.
Shit,
like, it was just like a gang here, a gang there. They would tag on the walls and everything. It was like it was in Tustin, dog. It was a cul-de-sac. It's like, you don't expect
God,
this.
we don't have this here.
Exactly.
Hold on, get out of here.
Exactly.
Imagine where you came from.
But the neighbor, like, had a Nissan truck, and it was a truck that had been salvaged. So anytime you touch the truck, the alarm would go off.
Oh,
for anything, dog.
I fucking hate
and like
that.
literally, the ball could roll and touch the tire, and they would come out like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
Like, and then we had to stop playing for a while.
Yeah.
That shit was so whack, dog.
No, we were. I remember my fucking friends. They were like racist against black people. We were like, fuck. Like, if there was a black person in the neighborhood, no, hombre, pobrecitos, like, they'll fucking just attack them.
Really?
I remember when I would like go to the apartments, and I remember I was like, oh, there's like, because I didn't realize there was black people in our neighborhood. I was like, dude, there's like black people living in this neighborhood. Like, there's black kids and everything. I was like, damn, that's crazy. And I just realized that they wouldn't come out because the fucking Mexican kids would just attack them.
Wow.
Because the parents would talk shit about that kid and the family, and then the kids will hear it, and they'll be like, all right, well, my dad don't like you, so I don't like you.
Yeah.
And then it's like terrible way. All the
That's
kids would like
crazy.
gang up on these kids, and it's like, fuck. But I was around that when, you know, they would start fucking beating them up, and I'm like, damn, it's fucked up.
Wow, that's
Fucking
wild,
that's
dude.
Crazy.
No, but I was like, damn, that's, you know, está cabrón. My mom would like sell tortillas. It was, my dad bought like a tortilla making machine, and we'll go around the neighborhood and we'll like sell tortillas. And I remember I was like, there's a lot of black people that live in these neighborhoods, and they will buy. They were the first ones that will buy tortillas.
Oh, wow.
Because they don't know how to make tortillas. They're like, yeah, fuck it. They will buy it. We had like a certain client every time. I love that there was this one lady that she would just leave the door open, like, come on, yeah. She just leave the door open, and kids were fucking running around. She was like, hold on, let me get my purse. Let me get my purse. She goes and finds her purse, and then the kids are over there running around. And fucking now we got to go get the kid because we got the door open. And I got to go run and get the little kid before he
Chasing a
falls.
little black kid around the neighborhood.
It's fucking, the fucking tío, the tío's looking out. That's right. Sácalo, güey. I don't know, güey. That was fucked up, dude.
That's crazy,
Well, we
man.
had I remember there was beef between one of the black parents against one of our, like, my dad's friend, and there was drama in the apartments, way.
Really?
Dude, that time, way, and this is like fucking early 2000s. I mean, or 1990s, way, right? When we lived in apartments.
Well, I don't know, man, but yeah.
Yeah, but I'm
Oh,
I'm
you're
thinking
trying to
like,
remember?
yeah, it's just like 1993. It had to be 1993, 1994. But I remember like there was a guy that was living in these apartments, and there was a black family, and then in the corner was my dad's friend, and I remember there was beef between the parking, and they kind of went at it like with the verbal fighting, and I knew there was tension, and you can just, as a kid, I don't know what it is, but you can just sense tension. You can sense that something's not right, like something.
Yeah.
And it was one day I woke up, it was like a Sunday, and it just felt like something bad's gonna happen today. Like, I don't know why, I could just feel it. Like, it's just, people were making carne asada in their little front yards, and I just felt like they were having carne asada in their front yards, or barbecue, and they were drinking, and he had company over. He had, like, his homies, right? Whatever, like, the uncle or his friends were right there. So then, you know, when you got your boys with you, and you're drinking, and you see the motherfucker you're beefing with, and you're going to be like, hey, you see that motherfucker right there? I'm guessing this is what had to happen.
Yeah.
Because he was just pointing at him. And then, you know, my dad's friend was drinking with my dad and his homies. And he went for a beer run, comes back with holding the beers, and looks up and sees how they're saying, hey,
They're talking about
blah,
him.
blah, blah. So I remember him yelling at him and going like, oh, yeah? Oh, hey, fuck you, bitch. Fuck you, fucker, motherfucker. You know, paisas, you know, they can't really fucking, they try, but
they learn like 3 bad words.
Yeah.
That's what they repeat all the time.
okay, all right, well, fuck you, okay. chill, fucker, chill, fuck you, man, fuck you.
Yeah.
And I was playing with my dad's friend's son, and I remember looking at him, and I was like, and we both looked at each other like, uh-oh, and we just saw that. What the fuck you say? Oh yeah, okay, all right, motherfucker. Goes over there, dude. Runs in the fucking house, dude. Gets in the kitchen, pulls out a fucking knife, güey.
And they're like, no,
and like he's saying like, no, todos nos quieren tronar a la verga, güey. No, chinguen a su madre, güey. They're drinking, gordo, no, gordo. And it's like, and I'm like looking at, and they're on some like, hey, what's up, motherfucker? What's up? Blah 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 blah. From up there, and then my dad's friend's like, come on, motherfucker. I'll fuck you out. He's like, oh, what's up, then? Let's go outside. And then he fucking pulls out the knife. Come on, all right. So then he goes in the fucking gets his knife. It was like two fucking, two Halloween type of fucking knives, the big ones, Yeah. Los otros, un pinche machete, a la verga, güey. And you're in the middle watching this, and you're seeing like any minute some shit's about to go down. Someone's about to get fucking stabbed, way. So the tension is through the roof, and I'm just watching this go down. They're pulling him back, and my dad's friend, they're pulling him back, and yeah, sure enough, it fucking se agarraron a putazos, güey. And I remember just like they took the knives away, obviously, but it ended up like slowly and surely. I remember just one of them was like pushing, wait, and then the fucking. And you just start seeing putazos, way, just like bah, bah, and they started fighting.
Fuck.
And then they're both bleeding. They both don't know how to fight, but they both hitting each other. So one of them swollen eye, one's a swollen neck. Yeah,
so you seen your dad scrap?
I've never seen him scrap. But like I've heard stories about my dad scrapping, and I remember, and I've seen my dad talk shit to people, and you believe him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When he says he's gonna do something, you believe it. Like, there's just something in somebody's eyes that you're just like, oh, he means that.
Yeah.
And it's never gone further than that. And my dad's never been the type. My dad, dude, he had I don't know. To me, I look at it as like the most like the most gangsterist mentality of just like, he's not. I don't know. My dad just always had like this gangsterist mentality. What I mean by that is my dad's not the type that's like for example, he'll say things like this. He'll say things like he's like, when you get in a fight, because he'll tell me in school I will get in a fight, and he'll say, when you get in a fight, don't fight to entertain people. If you have a problem with that fool, cool. Even if he's talking shit, cool. He's like, si habla, güey, déjalo que hable, güey. Y que se te ves mal enfrente de la gente, está bien, güey, ok, Simón, soy culón, güey, ok. Pero síguelo, güey. Follow him. Like, let him talk shit, let him embarrass you, whatever you want. Don't make a scene. Let him be the one making the scene and look like a bitch. He's like, okay, let it happen. But follow him when everybody's gone. Follow him and catch him alone. And then when you see him alone, then tell him like, well, repeat it now.
Wow.
Repeat it now, because this time when we fight, I don't want nobody to stop it. I want to beat your ass until like, now you're going to see what's up. Like, I don't want nobody to stop. I want you to get your ass fucking beat. And I'm like, imagine somebody telling you some shit like that. You're like, oh, fuck that. You're going to think it twice. So my dad was always like that. He's like, never fucking fight in the scene and make it. No, fuck all that. Like, follow him around, pull him to the side. Hey, problemas, and maybe you guys can squash it out between when you add other people adding into their ears. That's when shit gets built up. You just talk to them on the side, and that's it. Figure it out. If you guys clear it out, cool. If not, fight it out, and then that's it. Or say, you know what? Pick your best friend. I'll pick my best friend. We go. That way nobody
tag team.
In. Let's go. And my dad would say shit like that, and then he'll do shit like that, and we'll be at a fucking, we'll be at a grocery store, and we'll see a dad get crazy, and then my dad would just go over there and just like kind of regulate. Like, I seen a dad get crazy with another dad, and then blah blah blah, and my dad would be like, hey, would butt in, and he'll be like, hey, he's all, this guy obviously doesn't want to fight you. He's with his family, so you're trying to embarrass him in front of his family. Like, we get it. You already said what you said. Now let it go. If he doesn't want to fight you, why do you continue talking shit? Let it go. Now, if you're out here looking for someone to fight you, you want me to fight you? I'll fight you. And then the guy will be like, no, and then he'll let it go. So I never got to see him scrap, but I seen him be in those moments, and you're just like, oh, fuck, like, my dad's about to fight, but nobody really fought him. But I've heard stories, yes. I've heard stories. And then especially that time when they were fighting with a friend, my dad would, like, he was stopping people, pushing people and stuff like that, and just kind of was the guy saying, like, let them fight. Hey, let them fight. And then people were trying to jump in. He's like, no, let them fight. And so that was it. But that was crazy. That was a crazy fight because I was seeing two adults just go at it. And I actually saw my dad's friend's kid get his seeing his dad get his ass beat is fucked up.
That's wild.
You know, I just remember hearing him like scream, like the mom screaming, and then you see the screaming. It just felt like someone's gonna die here. That's what it felt like. I know it's untrue, but it just felt like that.
Yeah,
like
you're
about to die.
so
I saw a knife.
And the thing is that like growing up, whenever I feel like we all had that, like playing games with your cousins is always fun. But then once you started hearing voices get loud, that's when you knew shit was getting. Yeah. That's when you knew shit was gonna get.
I remember we've only seen my dad fight once.
Once.
And
you win?
Yeah, cause he was with his brother, and my uncle, the one whose warehouse we used, shout out Mateo Gabi, he's just like William. Like you trigger him and he's
good luck. You can't bring him down.
Good luck. So and then we were at a party. It wasn't our family. It was just like I don't know what it was, but it was like a bautizo type of thing, right, Frank?
Yeah.
And then, so we're there, and then a guy asked my sister to dance. She dances a song with him, but she's there with her friends.
And my sister at the time was like 16, 17.
Yeah.
This guy is a little paisa, like probably 20.
Yeah, and he's been drinking, and so he dances a song with her, whatever. And then she's there with her friends. So then her friend asked her to dance, and they're dancing. And then so he goes, it is. So he calls her a bad word. He's like, oh, yeah. Yeah. So then my dad hears that. He goes, what did you say?
Ooh, here we go.
And he's like, no, es que anda ahí bailando con todos. And he's like, it's a family party. And he's like, no, es una. And then, but the thing is, my uncle hears it. And he turns around. He's like, what did you say? And just goes straight at him. And then everybody just started putazos, bro. Yeah, it was on. It was on after that. And we didn't get to see it.
He's in the corner.
No, we didn't really get to see it though.
And he didn't do that story very much justice.
All right, go for it, Frank.
The story is right, but it was like we're all sitting here, right? And we see my sister dancing, and then he's like, the guy keeps trying to bother her, and she's like, no. And then finally he dances with her, and then she sees her dance with somebody else, and that's when he calls her the P word. And I don't want to say it because he's saying it to my sister, right? So then it's like, that's when it's like, oh, hell breaks loose. I'm talking about my dad, his brother, and then our uncle that's married to our aunt, and they three get up, and it's just like fucking haymakers, fucking ruin the whole party, dog.
Ruined it
because they just are literally taking out these little paisas that are like, you know, smaller than them. So then they're just going after. And my dad's short, so my dad, it's like he's not really like going in there. But my other two uncles, they're pretty big.
Yeah.
So then they're going at it, and they're like going for them. And then my dad's just kind of like, I don't know if he ever hit anybody, but he said he did, you know. But yeah, dude, those fools, they got down that party, and then that was like the last time we ever saw him.
Next door.
Oh, that was the last time. That was the last time we ever like saw him. And then there was another time where the same thing, like a parking situation at our old duplex that we used to live at.
Oh yeah,
our neighbor.
He was an asshole.
Always been like
it's always been a problem. Man.
But he's an asshole. That guy was an asshole.
He was an asshole. So he had like a truck like bigger than yours,
big,
like lifted, right?
One of those biceps who would blast his shit like all day.
Like, he always had that one guy, and I was like, he's always going to the store. I'm like, did you not get in the first round?
Yeah.
Like, you keep coming in and out. It's like, bro.
So he parks in front of our garage, and he never moves his car. He just fuck that.
And really?
He just said, fuck that. I'm not moving.
And then my mom's trying to park, right? My mom's trying to park.
Oh, but he's asking for it. That's crazy.
And then he's like, can you move your car? And then he's like drunk already, and he's pissed off. So then he gets out of the car and he starts peeing.
And think, my mom and dad don't talk.
Yeah,
don't talk.
Okay,
right during this time, this is
but
what it's still
is.
But it's like he's like, what the fuck is your problem? So then he goes, and then I guess what happens is the guy's like pissing. He's like, fuck you, I'm not moving. And then my mom's like, what the fuck? And my dad hears because he's in the garage. And he's like, all right. So then my dad, I guess he goes behind him and fucking starts choking him out.
Dick out.
He starts choking him out. And then his son was autistic. So the son is autistic. He's trying to fight my dad. he's trying to fight my dad too. And then like we were nowhere to be. We weren't there.
How old is the kid?
The kid, he's 20, but his mind was like mentally like 15.
His mind was fucking Danny's mind at the time.
Yeah.
It could have been a fair fight, dude. Come on.
Yeah, but
dude, those were the times where we've seen like our dad scrap, or we've heard. Because technically, when we were kids, we didn't go into the fight to see him, but we saw the commotion.
No,
it
was a lot of that. I missed it when it comes to that, because when I was born, I guess like that first 2-3 years, my dad was getting into fights, and then.
But I don't think it's a bad thing that like we didn't see it. You know, it's like, I think it's a good thing that we didn't see our dads kind of.
I mean, I saw him fighting with his brothers, which is like, to them, it's your brother, so I get it. It's like you're comfortable talking, but as a kid, you're like, it's not good to see, because then you'd feel like, hey, are they really gonna kill each other, or they're fighting? And like, You know, they throw things and yell things and they say things that are like, this, you can't go
and
back
that's the
on your
scary
word
part.
after that. That's like, you said some wild shit. And I've seen a lot of my dad and his brothers fight a lot that I was like, that's not right. Because I don't know, when you see your dad fighting with your uncle at his house, then you feel like, who do I have to control this now? Because the people that have control are losing their control. And now you're like, all right, this is scary. Like, what's going to happen? And then you see your mom screaming and crying. Now you're like, all right, no one's here to protect anybody.
Yeah, it feels like Star Wars.
The
first time you see Obi-Wan and Anakin fight, and you're like, they're brothers. They're not supposed to be fighting.
Yeah, it was like that. And then it got to the point where when you get older, you start realizing, like, you get comfortable, and it's like, you just see them fighting and crying. You're like, oh, they're doing it again. And that's kind of fucked up.
No, I think, and then there's another moment where I felt embarrassed about it, but now I'm like, okay, I get it. As a kid, I didn't understand what was going on. So we went over to my uncle's house, and it was me, my dad, and my brother. It was just the three of us. And they're drinking, whatever. We're playing wrestling in the room. We're hanging out. And then, but like the thing, right, when you go to the kitchen, you hear them talking. And I hear them, like, just talking bad about my mom. Like, they're talking about my mom to my dad and stuff like that. Like, they're making fun of him and stuff like that. And so, like, whatever. I'm letting it happen. I'm a kid, like maybe 10 years old, but I know who they're talking about, And then, so they're talking, whatever, and then they start to, like, talk a little bit louder, and then they start horseplaying, right, Frank? They start horseplaying. They start to.
But because me and Danny, we would gang up on our other cousins.
Yeah.
So they would never beat us. Like, when we would play wrestle, right?
Yeah.
So then we ended up making one of our cousins cry because we were play wrestling,
Mm-hmm.
and then the uncles come in and they're like playing or messing around.
Yeah, and so then they're ganging up on our dad. So then I go to kick my uncle in the head because I was like, oh, fuck no.
Yeah, because Danny used to have
anger issues.
Yeah,
I don't anymore. But yeah, I used to be fucking, I literally was like, no, fuck that. And I went to go kick my uncle in the head, and he caught my leg. And he's like, what are you doing? I was like, don't you fucking touch my dad. Like, don't touch him. And then so it became a whole fucking thing. Yeah, and they kicked us out of the house. They literally dropped us off. And my aunt the whole time is like, what's wrong with you? Why would you? Why?
Your aunt right there.
No, but yeah. My aunt was like, why would you do something like that? Like they're just playing. And I was like, well, I was a kid. Like, I really didn't understand it then. So that's why I don't like getting mad. Because I'm just like, well, I'm just going to
have a rage.
I really don't have rage.
Yeah.
I think it is funny how everybody, like, it is funny how I kind of want to turn this into a bit now. Because I think it is funny when you get those uncles that when they're drunk, they talk about how scary they are when they're mad.
Yeah.
He's always the one that like,
mad.
Tú eres una cosa, güey. Tú nunca me has visto enojado. You never see me mad? No, soy una pinche verga. No, dile, papá, ¿cuántos putazos le das? And you're just like, and they just tell you, me entra un coraje, güey. And then the wife, Gordo, ven pa' acá. ¿Qué? Ahí voy. It's like,
but it's true, dude. Sometimes you get like it's like being hungover the next day where you're like, "Fuck, dude, what did I do?"
Oh,
like when you're
preaching to the choir, dude.
I've
dealt with that. But
you told us last time, but that's just like it's an anxiety you get.
I don't want to lose my cool like that in front of my son because even if you do win, which is like okay, that's cool. Your kids aren't gonna see you as like my dad protects. Is more like
don't piss off my dad.
He can't control situations. There's certain situations where you're like, I'm going to lose control. Should I not lose control? Should I let that guy lose control? Should I not? So I had a situation like that come up recently because my son does a little karate class, right? Mm-hmm. He has a little karate class, and there's parents there, and there's this one kid that he's full of energy, likes to fucking move around, and his dad is very, like, nonchalant about everything. He's just clueless. He's like, hey, buddy, It doesn't matter, but my son is trying to play. He's trying to stand in line. He's standing in line, like, listening. And I'm telling him, like, yo, pay attention, like, listen, and this and that. And then follow the rules. This kid fucking cuts my son, right? He cuts in front of him and does his little things. And I'm like, all right. Like, okay, they're kids. Yeah. They've done this a thousand times. But I'm like, I'm over here trying to teach my son, like, hey, follow the rules. Like, don't cut. Like,
be a good person.
Line. And this motherfucker's just like letting his son do whatever. Like he just lets him do whatever. He's just standing there. And then I look at him and I'm kind of like, like, what's up? Are you gonna say something? But he just looks and then he goes like, my son, a little rascal, huh? He just likes to, he's a crazy boy. My son's a crazy boy. And I look at him like, yeah, man, yeah. I was like, but we gotta, teach him to follow the rules and stuff. And he goes like, yeah, this guy doesn't want to listen. He doesn't want to listen. So I was like, whatever, dog, let it go. Now he's sitting down and he's pushing my son. He's like going like this, pushing him. And I was like, hey guys, I'm speaking now
Yeah.
for the both of us. And I was like, hey, guys, let's not play around like that. We can't horseplay like that. Let's listen to the teacher. If someone can get hurt, like, we're here to, like, and then I look at him. He's like, I tell you, guys, you're a little crazy boy, huh? So then I give him a little jab, and I'm like, I know, my son gets crazy too, man. That's why I don't want him to start swinging at your son. I'd rather have him, like, calm down. You know, I don't want no fighting. And then he goes like, oh, yeah, the kids, you know how they are. You know how kids are. They don't listen to us. Yeah. They're going to do whatever they want. And I'm looking at him like, yeah, but as a parent, you know, that's why you're here, to kind of, you know, have him listen to you. That's the last jab I gave him. I was like, all right, cool. Then he's sitting down, dude, and the fucking little kid is now throwing patadas way, and my son's like crisscross applesauce, and then with his heel goes, hits my son in the eye, way, boom, and my son's like, now, like, crying like that to me.
Yeah.
I'm in a rage, way.
Yeah.
I'm in a rage, because I'm like, yo, ya está chingando con él todo el día, wey, all day.
Yeah.
He's been fucking with him. So then I kind of, like, snapped. I kind of, like, looked at him, and I was like, hey, man, come on. Now I'm at this tone. I'm like, yo, because I yelled at the kid. I was like, hey, come on, be careful, guys, come on. And I look at the dad. I was like, yo, like, what the fuck? Said that in front of the kids. I said, yo, what the fuck, man? And then he goes like, hey, man, take it easy. The kids, man, they're kids. And I'm like, I was like, hey, he's got to sit down. He's got to follow the rules, or else, like, you're just going to stand there and let it happen? Like, people get hurt. The kids are going to get hurt. He's like, buddy, they're kids. What do you want them to do? Am I wrong here? And then all these fucking white people were just like, now he's white.
They're all tense.
All these white people are looking at grabbing their kids, kind of like, oh, like I'm the crazy parent.
Yeah.
Now I'm the crazy guy, and I'm looking at, and I'm now taking it out on the coach. I was like, yo, dude, like, you're not gonna see anything, and he's just like, oh, I didn't see it. He was standing right there, but all right. But now I'm looking at my son full, and I just always protector mode. I'm just like, man, un coraje. I just wanted to beat his fucking ass, and because I saw my kid. Now my kid's over here crying, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck, dude? So then. Now the parents are mad because I cussed. Now they go and I see them talking to the coach, and they're telling him he's cussing, he can't cuss in front of the kids. And I get that, but I'm in a rage. And then I get to the coach, and the coach is like, so there's been an incident. I know the incident happened, and you lost your cool a little bit, and this and that, and I just need you to calm down. You can't be cussing. And I'm like, lost my cool. I was like, I understand, but you as a coach, why didn't you say something? Why do I have to be the one having to step in? I, as a parent, don't want to, because I know how delicate it is for kids to yell at somebody's kid or say something about someone's kid, because parents, are going to be overprotectors. So I don't want to have to do that. You, as a coach, should be the one doing that, and you didn't do anything. So I'm now forced to step in. Also, like, this guy's letting his kid run around. You've seen him do this thousands of times. It's not our first class. This is like the 100th class that we've been in. We've been there for a year. Like, what? You're not going to say anything? Like, is no one going to talk to the parent? We're just going to let the kids do what they want? And also, am I just going to let my kid be the kid that gets hit, and I just got to now ice my son and let this kid do whatever he wants? Yeah. That's not what this is about. You have to have more control of the kids. Like, am I in the wrong here? I'll keep an eye on that, and I'll talk to him. Sorry about that, this and that. I step outside I'm already in a rage, and I see the dad repeating what happened. It's like, yeah. And then I just see him go like, him in the eye. It's like, big deal. They're kids. To another parent, and I'm like, no big deal. What do you mean no big deal?
Ooh.
Now the guy's like,
I would be upset too, man.
Hey, calm down. You're so friend. Calm down. We're not doing this here. Come on, this kid's here. I'm like, no. It's like, dude, you seriously don't see the problem here. You don't see what's going on here. And I look, and my little guy's, and I was like, all right. I had to cool down, and I was like, listen, dude, whatever, just make sure your kid doesn't hit anybody. It's just like, please, I just don't want to have to deal with me having ice. Okay, that's all I had. Okay, enough said. Cool. Now I'm in the car, and I feel like shit, because I saw my son went through the same shit I went through. Getting nervous. See, my son, now he's nervous. Now he's, Daddy, you okay? Daddy, you
he's getting the anxiety that you used to get as a kid.
So now it's like, so then now my girl's like, I can't believe you exploded like that. You should have more control. Que verga, güey. I gotta be the guy
say that. Look. Girls always say that.
Fuck, man.
Girls always say that.
They're thinking about it.
Girls always say that. Girls always say that. But if they were in that spot, they would have reacted a lot worse. Like
that's what I said.
Like, dude. You don't understand. I think about my niece, how much I love her, and I think about her mom, and like how much they love that baby.
Let me know in the chat. Jesus wrong or right? So Jesus is wrong or right? Let me know in the chat.
But like I've had situations like that where a little kid is getting bullied, right? Yeah. Where a little kid's getting bullied at the practices and all that. And he told me once, and he cried, and I said, okay, I'll talk to the other kid. And I talked to the other kid, I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't said anything. All right, cool. Then one day again, now him and his dad come up to me and tell me, right? I'm cool with the dad. The dad's cool. I talk to him and I go, okay, what is he saying to you? And he's because the kid is chubbier. And he's like, oh, he's calling me fat, this and that. And now everybody's making fun of me. Right. And I go, okay.
Can't even make videos about that anymore.
Yeah. No, and I go, look, I'm going to tell you this. I'm a big guy, too. Growing up, I got made fun of, too.
No.
So.
You look fucking thin in that.
But, like, when we were kids, we were still chubby. But I was like, I told him, you have to understand that this is not the last time this is going to happen to you. So if I take care of it for you, I'm afraid that later on in life, you're never going to be able to take care of the situation.
Bars.
So what I want you to do is when he tells you something, you say something worse. You defend yourself.
Wait, hold on. No, you had me and you lost me.
No, because look,
poor kid's gonna get
Jesus, when you roast somebody, when somebody roasts you and you roast them back, do they come back any harder?
Yeah, no. But sometimes they cry, sometimes they shut down, sometimes they want to leave the show. But the thing is that I don't think that's.
But no, what I said was like, look. What I want you to do is defend yourself. No, what I mean is like defend yourself.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like
I think a dad should tell him that, but not
and
the coach.
His dad was like, yeah, like he's a little the kid, and you know the dad like says whatever he wants to his kid. I don't cuss in front of the kids because I don't feel comfortable doing it.
Yeah,
but the dad is just like, yeah, tell the little asshole to fuck off, and I'm like, all right, it's not that.
Well, I can't tell him that's her, so it's illegal. To say
I just said like, dude, like, and I'm not saying like attack him personally. I'm like, dude, just tell him like, dude, you missed that wide open shot. Like,
you're right though.
You should shut your mouth.
You're right though. It's like. Yes, I think the way to fix a problem like that, I know it sounds bad, I know it sounds harsh, I know it's not going to get anywhere, it's not going to solve the problem, but yeah, if he makes fun of you, learn how to make fun of him even worse.
Yeah.
So then that way, man, but also you got to learn that it might come to blows.
And I told him, look, you're bigger than him. If he really wanted to get physical, he doesn't want to get physical with you. But I'm telling him, like, because like he's a kid that just wants to feel like he's feeling bad about himself. He's feeling bad. He feels like he can't. These kids are better than him and stronger than him. It's like, dude, they're not. Like I'm talking about, this kid is this tall. The kid that's bullying him is this tall. Jesus. You understand what I'm saying? I'm like, are you?
Well, now you're getting into like me and Raul and look at this guy. This guy's a bully.
But like Raul bullies you back. You know, like it's not just Raul.
Raul doesn't bully me back,
guys. Let us know if Raul.
He's roasted you a couple times, man.
Raul fucking listen. Raul has a short fuse, and I didn't want to attack him in the fucking pod.
Okay. He does.
Let us know. Do we want Raul back on the pod?
Okay, bring him back.
Should we bring him back? No.
Listen,
he does have a short fuse. Remember, he was all mad at Danny.
I've done the whole thing of like making fun of him, and I know how bad it can get with him, and that's why I let him win some, so he can be like. Look at people are like, I'm telling you the truth. I let him win because I know that if I get at him, he's not. It's a little fucking the turtle switch comes on, and oh my god, it's even worse. You're dealing with the guy with the emotions, and he's like sad, and he wants to fucking go and jump off a bridge. It gets that extreme with him, and I'm like, fuck, dude, but you can't roast people if you can't. You know, he's one of those. He's very delicate.
Yeah.
So I let him go off every now and then because I know if I attack him, he does become super fucking emo where it's like, okay, we got to go check up on him.
Yeah.
It's happened before. And I'm just letting you know. I'm like, damn, dude, it wasn't that fucking serious, dude. I was just joking. You don't look like Frankenstein with Down syndrome.
But yeah, and so I told him pretty much, I just told him like, you gotta be able to stand up for yourself because a lot of times in life you're gonna have these moments. Like you're always gonna have somebody who's gonna tell you something.
I mean, it makes sense, but yeah, when the guy's like huge and the other guy's like little scrawny kid, you're like, you serious? Like you don't really see what
that's how he felt. Like I'm like,
I can't go outside.
I'm like, dude, what? Little guy, the little guy, he's gonna have a lot to say, but if you say something back, then it's like they're not gonna come at you.
Yeah.
And it's like with the group of guys, it's like you gotta learn how to defend yourself.
Yeah, I get it.
You know what I mean? Like, or else you become the butt of every joke.
Yeah.
See or no?
It's true.
It's true. But if in my case, what would you have done as a dad?
No, well, the dad said the same thing. He supported what I said.
No. I'm saying in my case.
In your case, I think I would have been upset too. I would have been just as mad as you. Like, I don't see how you're not mad at that. You know, I get that they're kids, and I get that they are like, you know.
Yeah, it's one thing.
It's like they're having fun.
Yeah.
But it's like if you hurt a kid, that's where you have to draw the line. That's where, as a parent on the other side, you got to be like, hey, you hit that kid. Like, you need to apologize. That's where it's like the other parent. It's like, how does the other parent just say like, it's boys will be boys? No, like at some point you gotta understand that hitting people is not okay, and it's like no matter what you do, because then what ends up happening is that little boy thinks he does no wrong. He grows up to be a person who's like, I can do whatever the fuck I want, and whoever's gonna step up to me, they're not gonna do anything.
Yeah, my thing is like it's more about like, does a parent step in? If I saw his dad step in and just kind of like try to at least apologize for the situation, it's like, yeah, of course, and we all know it's an accident. But like when he just sat there like, I got kids, it's like, nah, man. Oh, it's just a fucking fist that turns into a fucking punch in your fucking face. Sorry, I just get all worked up. What would you? I want to know how Danny would do as a dad, as a stepdad. What would you do?
No, I think I would have a conversation with the dad. You know, I'd be like, hey man, can you please tell him something, because it's like that's not cool. Like
you wouldn't have cussed though.
No, there's no reason to cuss, man.
Well, that's the hard part. You know, you say that now, but rage takes you over.
But you're asking me in a hypothetical world where I'm chill.
Yeah.
You know, Danny, I want to kick the kid in the head.
Danny, you don't really like confrontation. Some guy get kids crazy. I don't see you as a guy that's going to get crazy back. You're like, let him be crazy.
Yeah, it's just like you're wasting your energy, bro. For what? We can have a conversation if you want to have a conversation. If not, then we don't have to have a conversation.
But it's not. You gotta understand the emotions you feel in in an environment like that.
I bet you too.
No, because the environment that's there, it's like there's kids everywhere, there's families everywhere, right? So it's different because like you imagine you taking care. You take her to karate, or sorry, I'll bleep that out, delete that. Yeah. But you take our niece to karate, and then she gets hit in the head. Well, they're not even playing. Like nobody's practicing. She just gets hit in the head, and she's like crying. And then you're like, it's okay. You calm her down, and then again, what would you do then?
Is somebody gonna say something? Somebody gonna do something? Because I don't want to do anything, but I will have to do something if you guys hit her again. Can somebody do something about this? What's going on?
And that's what Jesus did in his own way.
But I just was, I was looked bad in the karate class.
I don't think you look bad.
Well, no.
No, they all talk shit on him.
Oh.
Well,
fuck them parents. If you're listening, parents, fuck you.
No, it's fuck you forever now. No.
He's on site, homie.
First they were like,
we're taking him to Taekwondo. Fuck karate, man.
As a comedian, do you think of them? Now it's like, fuck, now you're being in a fucking show in my podcast, episode 57.
The thing is, the funny thing is your girl part, because like my mom was crazy.
Yeah, my mom was crazy.
Your mom was the one that was.
Oh,
my
mom.
Dad's like, no, my dad was never around our sports like that. But my mom was like,
Mama Bear.
Oh, hell yeah.
She's very Mama Bear. She seems like I would fucking don't even talk to my kids.
Yeah.
She's probably yelling at every episode. She yells at the at the podcast, yelling at me like, "Shut the fuck! You don't fucking know my son."
Yeah.
Sí trabaja. Sí trabaja. Sí trabajador mi hijo. Eh? Y es buen papá. He's a good dad. He's a good stepdad. Es buen papá.
That's funny.
Es buen papá. Qué bueno.
I love you, Mom.
Yeah. Thanks, Mom.
But yeah, my mom is very Mama Bear, very like she'll say something.
Yeah,
and that's what I think all girls would like. Most of the time, like girls are the ones that like.
But it's like, maybe because you were the one that did it.
I told her, she goes, and I'm like, now what? Okay, what? I was like, okay, what? What did I do? What? Oh, of course it's bad.
Yeah.
And snapped. Of course it's bad.
I'm the bad guy.
Now I started a fight at the house, and I was just like, oh, I'm the bad guy. But if they did it, somebody else did it, it makes sense. But me, it's a bad person. No, he's a bad guy for doing that. Oh, of course, I'm a piece of shit, right? That's what you're gonna tell me?
Whoa.
First of all, whoa. Second of all, don't make me call that dad to come here and kick your ass. She's like, the fact that you're getting worked up, you're losing control is what it's like. It's giving weakness. I was like, all right. And then, she kisses the psychological. She'd look at, whatever. What's our son thinking now? What is he going to think? This and that. You can't lose your cool. I understand we have to be controlling your emotions. This is why I told you. Go see your therapist and we'll figure it out. And I was like, in my face, I just fucking pictured her and the fucking guy did. No,
2v1.
No, but I was just like, and then that's the fucking voices that I hear in my head, right?
She
makes a sense. She makes good sense. I'm in the shower now, going like this. Once you're checking out, like, man, wait, she makes good sense. No, but I'm showering.
Sitting down in the shower.
Like you get that time by yourself that you start reflecting and you start replaying the movie in your head, what could have done, what should have done, everybody's opinions, and then you just start like, I'm in the shower going, oh, fuck, man. Because then I hear, yeah, you're right. Like, this makes sense. I should have done that. Should have lost control. And then I'm fucking, drying myself. And then I'm brushing my teeth. And now I'm hearing the other voice. My dad, compa, rompe, chinga su madre todos a la verga. ¿Quieren pedo? Hay pedo, compa. No. Ah, que verga. Everybody's going to live their life nice, but you got to walk in line and follow the rules. But everybody can do what the fuck. Fuck here. Be selfish. Get what the fuck you want out of life.
Just went out to
fuck everybody. And that shit is fucking firing me up, dude. And that's when I'm like, who am I listening to? I have two voices and I'm listening to.
Jesus followed him to the car. Hey, you know what? Me and my son versus both of y'all. Let's go.
Right now.
Fuck me right now.
Fuck me right now. Fuck me right now. You and me fuck here right now.
Jesus was having a Black Swan moment. He was in the fucking restroom hearing voices. The mirror was talking to him.
Yeah, she's like, no, it makes sense. They'll come back. Fuck all that. No, chingue su madre todo, puro pinche Sonora. Puro Sonora.
Dude,
yeah. So that's what was going in my head, dude. You see, this is the thing that's like I deal with every fucking day, dude. Just like I'm having a battle with myself up here about all the decisions I make.
But I think we all do, man. I think
do
that
you guys though? Yeah, do you guys
like
have
for
the
me,
same fucking problems that I do.
Not this. No. I'm saying not the same level of problems, but yes, the same internal battles. Yeah,
battle,
dude.
Yeah.
Like the whole thing with like this, like getting cash, right? I was like, because my sister, she works for the county, and then I was like,
talking about? That was so random. Getting cash.
Oh, like getting money because I was working security, right? Because I'm saying
he's saying this is his internal battle.
Yeah, my internal battle right now was the whole like trying to get money, make money, and
getting cash.
Getting cash.
Not physically getting good.
No,
getting
like
cash.
making more money, right? So then my sister's like, "Oh, why don't you get like food stamps? You know, they give you that and this and that." She said that in front of my dad, and my dad was like, "Huh." He laughed, and I was like,
"Yo
what?
nunca."
And he said, why so I was like, what's so funny, man? Like the government,
citizen, man.
Yeah, like the government gives me this.
And
And he goes, huh, come on, man. What are you, disabled? Are you disabled? Can you walk? You can walk. Oh, so you can't find a job. You can't get a work. Man, I never asked for a handout. Never. And you want to ask because you're lazy? And I was like, fuck, well. And in my head, I was like, at that moment, I didn't fight him back. I was like, oh, you're just crazy. Yeah, look, we'll apply. But then the next day, like driving, and I was just like, my dad's right. Like, I'm just being a bitch.
Yeah.
I'm just being a bitch. I just need to get up and work. Like, that's it. No matter how bad the job sucks, if you're getting money from the paycheck, that the paycheck's good, then take care of yourself first. And then do what you need to do. But, like, it's like he made it with less and a lot more responsibilities. And last night we were talking about it. I was like, yeah. And then he's like, and he had 4 kids at the time at my age.
That you know of.
Yeah, that I know of, you know? But it's like, fuck, dude. It's like, if he did it and he never asked for handouts and it was just busting his ass, then why am I going to be over here crying when I have literally nothing to pay, nothing? It's a rent.
Pero, señor, you gotta understand one thing. Houses weren't $1 million back then.
Yeah,
like, come on, dude. I need a handout, dude. No, but I
So then,
I mean, they're right about the working. It's like, bro, you're not disabled. It's all laziness. It's all up here. This is what's disabling you guys. It's like, the weakness of like not being enough, wanting more, comparing yourself to other people. These fucking influencers have like $1 million watches. It's like, that's not real. It's just all images and. Just do what you can control. Worry about your own little life and your own little wins. Yeah. It's like, fuck everybody else, dude. But I think, he's right on that aspect when it comes to, like, those are Mexican men, though. They don't like
handouts.
They don't like people telling them, like, because of me, you got this. God forbid you tell them something like that. They get so mad. They earned everything, The real dads, real ones, the real ones, but.
And so that's why, and that's like, I guess my whole thing where it's like, you can take it easy on yourself, but taking it easy on yourself for too long it's not good. You know what I mean?
Like, you gotta have that little voice.
You gotta have that voice of like, all right, dude, you gotta get your shit together. Now we go. Rather than, well, I've had a bad day. Let me let me do this for my mental health. Let me not get angry. Let me take care of myself. And it's like too many of those days pile up. Then you realize how far behind you are. And that's what I think what I was doing.
There's got to be a balance because I'm not there yet. It's just like I beat myself. I treat myself up. I treat myself like shit up here, and I beat myself up all the time up here. I'm never good enough. It's never, like, perfect. It's never going to be the way I want it. Even if I have certain things, it's like, yeah, but who cares? It's like, oh, you have like, you know, things that I should be happy about. Like, oh, you have a half-hour special on HBO. And I'm like, who gives it? Like, yeah, but I'm not a fucking, they didn't give me millions of dollars. There's people making millions of dollars off of that shit. I'm not making that shit. So it's like, it pisses me off. I'm like, yeah, it's nothing, it's this and that. But I should look at the wins and be like, yo, from a kid that came from Tucson, you know, from Arizona, that never thought that would even be on TV. And I'm on a fucking, you know, network that I looked up to as a kid. Like, HBO was like the biggest thing. And it's like, you should be happy about that. But it's like, you keep beating yourself up. So there should be a balance, because now I'm at this place where I can't even tell myself something nice. I tell myself something nice, I feel uncomfortable. I don't feel happy with myself. I feel like I failed. If I treat myself good up here, it feels weak. Like, really, dog? Also, you believe that? You think that?
Wow.
That's crazy that you think that. You thought that was a good idea. You think you're doing good. Good job. Wow. The nerve of even thinking that was a good job is crazy to me. And this is the things that I tell myself that I have to, like, I'm now learning or trying to, like, fix. Because it's terrible. I'm treating myself like shit.
Have you tried different things or not yet?
There's only so much masturbation can get you.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
What do you mean?
True, like what I mean is, like, do you ever, like, practice any exercise? Like, today, you know what? I'm just not gonna. I'm only gonna. Yeah.
Danny tries to help me with some stuff like yoga. He's like, put me on yoga.
Yoga's good, man.
He's like, man, you gotta get yourself in yoga. And I was like, what the fuck kind of gay shit is that? That's another rules. That gay ass stuff.
You have to buy into it. That's the thing.
That's what he told me. He's like, you don't.
Because if you go in with the mindset like, this is fucking stupid, you're never gonna get anywhere. But if you truly believe, all right, when I take 3 deep breaths, I'm gonna feel okay, and I'm gonna be more in control of what I'm gonna do next. And then you just have that mentality, and it really starts to work. But I do get the whole critical thing, like, of criticizing yourself. Because, yeah, I feel I beat myself. I get so upset, which is weird, when people like know me and they're like, oh, can I have a picture? Like, that bothers me. Because I'm like, why are you taking a picture with me? For what? Like, you realize
the same thing.
I'm like for what? I'm like, you literally, I'm worried about if I'm gonna be able to pay my rent. You want a picture with a guy like that?
Yeah,
you know. And I'm just like, and so that gets in my head. I'm like, cool, like, you know, take a picture and stuff like that. So I always get awkward when it comes to things like that. Like, why?
Me too. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, like,
delete that.
Yeah.
Delete
but
that.
But yes, it is. You have to appreciate something sometimes, and it's just like, yeah.
So he tells me the yoga thing, and it's like, you gotta believe, you gotta accept it for it to mean anything. I'm like, yeah. So then I'm in there trying to accept, and then I'm like, okay, this is feeling good, and this and that. And I'm like, what if Danny's trying to mind control me? He sent me this link. Did he put subliminal messages behind it?
No,
is he trying to control my thinking? Is this
that's paranoia.
Him and his therapist planned this out, trying to control it. Later, now I'm feeling happy. This is how drug dealers, like, the drugs, it got me hooked. And now I'm like, now he's like my little fucking guru. Now I'm following him around. And he's going to ask me, like, now I have to fuck your wife. Because, now I'm in a cult with Danny. Man, the leader of the podcast.
You just have to
so
go
like,
with what he says.
And then I'm hearing it for like, turn it off, and I'm like, I know what he's trying to do.
It's really nice.
I was like, why are you yelling? Why are you screaming? He's like, he's trying to fuck me. Who is Daddy? He's trying to fuck you.
No,
don't you get it?
That's funny.
No, but I think any physical exercise is always gonna help out. I think it's always.
I
gonna
think
help
so
out.
too. You gotta start treating yourself nice up here.
Mm-hmm.
It all starts from up here. We're all constantly. We grew up. Some of you guys, if you guys grew up like us, like we grew up with the parents not really telling you that they're proud of you and stuff like that. So it's not something that you're ready to hear. When you hear it, you feel so uncomfortable, dude, that you don't even want to hear it.
Yeah. Compliments are very weird for me and Danny to take because we never.
Yeah, you don't get it.
You don't hear it from not that you don't hear your parents tell compliments to each other. So you don't realize that when you're in when you're in a relationship,
that's a bar
you don't realize that like a girl complimenting you, it's like, don't say that about me.
Yeah,
like don't. Because I don't know how to receive that because I've never seen it in my real life.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's it right there. It's so true. Like we get in relationships the way that our parents, it's kind of like the same relationship that they're in.
Yeah.
We think that that's normal and that's comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the first toxic relationship I got in, it was so toxic. People were like, how are you even in this relationship? Like, why are you letting this person talk to you like that? She'll say things like shut the fuck up, you fucking idiot. Stupid ass fucking idiot, shut the fuck up. And people will be like, bro, she's fucking literally calling you a fucking idiot. I'm like, yeah, she don't mean it though. She's just like, she loves me so much, she gets frustrated and it comes out in that way.
Yeah.
Because that's how much she loves it. She just like doesn't know how to express it. She's like so frustrated with me because how much she loves me and I don't listen and this and that. And I'm doing what the fuck I want. And that's how she talks. And how did I learn that? Because when I was home and my dad's like, hey, pendejo, háblala, pero no seas pendejo, güey. Vente pa' acá. And then
he loves
like,
you.
Chico, neta, güey. Es mi hijo, cabrón. El hombre en la casa. And I'm just like, that's it. That's that.
That's where it is.
Yeah.
Because when I get a nice girl and she telling me nice things and I feel uncomfortable, I never had that. But when I get a girl going, "Ente pendejo," I just see my dad's loving that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I know this love.
Facts.
And this feels like home. This feels foreign.
Yeah.
I'm not used to this.
It's your nervous system, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Regulate your nervous system. Your nervous system is used to something different.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no. Work on ourselves.
This one's a great pod, man. This is
great for the mental, man.
Sucks that some of us have to end it because we have to go to work. But
no, we got time. We got time. Keep it up.
Yeah.
No, but I think that it's that, like how you said, you receive the love you think you deserve. Was one of the biggest things I ever heard. Like, you receive the love you think you deserve. So if you're in a relationship or you're with someone and they treat you like shit, it's because you don't love yourself enough.
That's it, dude. That's true. It's true,
right?
Yeah. You're accepting
the love you think you deserve.
Yeah, like
because when you love yourself and like think you're like the greatest thing,
you don't
no woman could fucking satisfy you.
Nope.
Because you know that you love yourself more than they could ever love you.
Yeah, you're like, hey, you know what? And you gotta love yourself to be able to love other people. Because it's like, if you're going through it and you're still upset and this and that, it's just like you're not in a good place to be falling in love right now. Right now is not the good time. Like, you gotta love yourself first.
And the scarier part is, like, when you do have a son or a daughter, it's like, what are you gonna, like, how you sometimes feel that, like, oh, what image am I gonna give my son? What image? What things am I gonna? I don't want to pass down the things that I have that I don't like about myself, but I want to pass down the good things that I do have. And that is like it's hard because sometimes that side can bleed out because it's just naturally how we are. Yeah. But then it's like, you know,
I'm trying to learn with my son too. It's like right when you think like I'm doing the right thing, and then I start thinking about, am I doing the right thing though? Because it's like if you give him too much love,
you might be soft.
And I don't want him to think the world is full of love. And it's like, the world ain't going to love you back. And sometimes I look at my dad and it's like, yeah, he was tough, but I think he prepared me for the love that the world is going to give back. Because when I was on my own and I dealt with people talking to me a certain way, you know, you couldn't spook me. You know, you can say hurtful things and it's not going to spook me. Because the person I love the most talked to me in a way where I had to learn to maneuver that and not let my emotions get attached to it and not let it spook me anymore. And then it's like, so how the fuck are you going to say something to me that's going to, you know, for example, it's just like, somebody's just like, you think you're going to go up here? You think you're going to go up on the stage? No. You need to have credits. It takes years to get up here. You really think you're going to go up there and let the crowd know that you're good enough to be up here? Good luck. But you're going on next. You think that was going to scare me? You think that talk was going to make me be like, oh, there's so much pressure? It's like, motherfucker, I was around pressure all my life. My dad put so much pressure on me. So what the fuck do you think these little, like, moments, you could pressure this other fucking comedian over there in the corner now throwing up because you told him that. What the fuck are you going to do to me, dog? So it's like, yeah, put me up on that stage. What the fuck are you talking about? And when I was up on that stage, I knocked it out the park because I'm like, I've been around this shit, dude. And that's what I sometimes think that my dad talking to me like that kind of prepared me to where I'm at now, you know? It's like, you know, sometimes, you know, sometimes that type of talk and pressure is good. So and I'm confused. I'm conflicted.
Yeah, and that confliction also comes from a sense of surviving. Back in the day, you know, when you immigrated to the country, a lot of people, like, they were just trying to survive, and they were trying to make their kids survive.
Yeah.
More than anything. And now it's weird because we're in a stage where it's like, we've been surviving. Now we want to enjoy. But it's a weird feeling. It's a weird feeling.
So true though.
Because before it was like our parents were just trying to survive. They weren't trying to enjoy things. They weren't trying to go and bake the by his house. They were trying to get their kids through.
Oh, that's so true. That's so true. I remember, man, you just made me realize something that, like, it's so true. Like, my dad, I remember we got tickets to go see I remember we got tickets to go to, like, a golfing, like a putting golf for free because, like, you do an award at school and they give you, like, tickets. And the family got to go. And I'm trying to enjoy it. And my dad is just stressing out. And I'm like, boy, enjoy this. And he's just thinking about all these things that he needs to get done, and this, he wasn't here with us because he was trying to survive. He was trying to pay the rent for next month.
Yeah.
Because this month was already fucking to the neck. He's like, I barely made enough.
Yeah.
Now how fucking, and I'm just like, bro, like, just enjoy the moment. But they're just trying to survive.
They're just trying to survive.
And then they're telling us like, yo, like, do good in school.
Yeah.
It's like, why? Because don't be where I'm at.
Yeah. Don't
like,
just survive.
So then you're gonna go fuck around with your friends. It's like, pa qué, güey? They're just distracting you from what you should be doing. This thing, just don't think that I made it, motherfucker. Like, I'm barely surviving here.
Yeah.
Like, I'm fucking, it's like a guy who's drowning. He's like, the water's right up to his fucking mouth, and he's pushing his kid so he can fucking breathe. And the kid's over here dancing. It's like, no, call for help.
Yeah.
Go fucking help yourself. Like, don't fucking be here. And it's like, learn how to swim. Yeah. Learn how to swim so you don't have to drown like me. It's like, that makes so much sense when you say it like that. It's like,
but it's true because like I don't know where I think I might have seen it somewhere, but it's true. It's like a lot of times our parents were here to survive. They were trying to survive. Sorry,
but that's why I never understood the cholo life. It's like, bro, like, you're supposed to learn how to swim. You know, and that's something that I've always looked around my friends, and when I saw some of them that stayed, and I'm like, why would you want to stay here? Like, you know, like Jay-Z with that bar, like, don't die over the neighborhood that your mother's renting. It's like, bro, get the fuck out of here. Like, what are we doing? Like, go swim, get out of there. Like, you know?
Yeah. You know,
even if you get to the other side and you make it and they call you a wetback, who cares?
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, that's fucking, that's just real shit right there.
What do you think, Danny?
Wow, that was very inspiring. That was wild.
Where did we went somewhere deep on this one?
We went somewhere deep, but
my
only we went too deep, and it's like, where are we? They're gonna be like, hey, they're going to work right now, going, chinga madre.
I'm swimming today. I'm swimming today. Wait,
Bobby, you're drowning in work. Fuck you, man. I'm trying to swim today, man. Today I'm swimming, man. Oh, dude, you should call the episode Swimming Day.
Swimming, man. We're going swimming.
We gotta go swimming. Dude.
No, dude, I think it was all good. I mean,
learn to swim.
But it's a lot about mindset. That's something that I learned. It's all mindset. If you have a mindset, a positive mindset, things will work out. They will, because a quote that I read that I was like, damn, that's so true. You have to pretend to be asleep to fall asleep. You have to pretend that things are okay to be okay. You have to be. Does that make sense?
Hold on, no.
When
you have to
lay
pretend to be asleep.
When you fall asleep.
When you're trying to fall asleep, what do? You close your eyes. You're like, okay, I'm gonna go to sleep, and then you go to sleep.
And then you end up falling asleep.
Yeah.
Okay, I got
you.
So
you have to. It's all mindset. Just like
it was cute.
You know, like make sure you like stay positive. You know, because if you're like nothing works out for me, nothing will work out for me.
Maybe that's why it's not working out, because I keep fucking telling myself it's not gonna say shit. It's not
gonna
fuck this.
I agree.
I need a new friend. I need a new opener. Fuck Danny.
Yeah, for sure. You know.
Yeah. Stay positive.
Stay positive, man.
It is a mental. It's a mental thing.
Get to delete that part. I don't want to.
All right, guys. Before we go, let's have some delete that moments.
No, let's do keep that moments so we can stay on a positive note. All right,
sure. I like that.
A moment we're gonna keep in our life.
I keep that moment.
Keep moment. I keep in my head. Let me think.
Come on, keep that moment, dude. Keep that moment. You know what? I know it's bad, but I'm gonna keep the fact that I told the dad what I told him. Fuck
that's
that.
right, man. That's right.
I'm gonna keep that, dude. I'm gonna protect my family. I don't give a fuck if I look like the bad guy. Fuck that, dude.
You had to stand up. That's right. Yeah, that's right. My keep that is a moment. It was at the banquet for soccer.
Really nice moment. Really nice.
Yeah,
tell us, man.
Pictures and
tell
shit.
us, man.
No mama's way. You're a superstar over there.
So the nice part was that the kids that were seniors this year, you know, I coached them the last 4 years.
No,
I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. And at the end of the, like, they always give the thanks.
Clip it.
They always give the thanks to the coaches, right? I'm not the varsity coach. I coached the youngest class this year. Last year I coached JV, whatever. That doesn't matter. So they're giving thanks to the varsity coaches. There's 3 coaches, and they're giving thanks. And the captain is saying, like, thank you guys. You know, I'm sorry the season didn't go the way we wanted, but I appreciate all the effort and time you give. And then he was like, but I also want to give a special shout out to Frankie, because he's someone that in this program, not just me, but other players look for on and off the field for real life advice, and someone we can really go to.
No,
and he's not, and he's not just he's someone that we can always trust and always has our back.
He
and
showed me how to put on a condom.
so then from there it was like super nice because obviously he didn't have to, you know. But his mom after was like, oh yeah, like he was writing it, and then he was like, oh, I forgot one thing, and then he wrote that part, and she's read it, and she was crying because she was like, oh my God, it's true, like, and she just said like, thank you because you mean so much to these kids.
Oh God, dude.
And I was just like, oh man,
Frank,
keep that moment.
Yeah, dude, keep that moment. Frank has done good work with these kids, man. There's gonna be, you know, you coach 20 kids. Half of them are gonna be fucking, you know what they're gonna be, but there's gonna be that one that's gonna surprise you. You're gonna get a letter and be like, "I want you to come to my wedding," and he's gonna repeat that same thing. Dude. He touched me, but he touched me in a nice way,
the right way.
The right way, yeah.
It's funny. Wow, Frank, you should have gone last. Might keep that.
I knew it was gonna be a snooze. I knew it. I had a gut feeling. I was like, "Oh, it's gonna be a snooze."
Should we make Jesus cry? Story. Might keep that moment is meeting Jesus.
Aww.
Delete that. Delete that. Well, mine's just a delete that moment.
I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. No, might keep that moment is going to the grocery store this week and trying to better my life. I really am doing better now. I am.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Like he's taking care of
myself. Like I stopped doing certain things. And, you know, like I'm done vaping, threw it away.
Thank God, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So keep that.
Send you an article, and I was like, I don't want to fucking smoke them.
No, trust me. A lot of people have sent me articles. We're good.
My mom especially.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Okay. If Frank wants to vape, let him vape. But you know me.
Yeah, so keep that moment, you know?
That's good, man. Take care of yourself, dude.
Yeah.
You see, look at your brother. That fucking.
Yeah, man. I've been telling him when he wants to start.
Last week, he finally saw his dick for the first time. I was like, it's been a minute.
It's been a minute. Yeah. All right, then. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Man.
Please leave a like, subscribe, and a comment.
Yes,
we went mental health this time, but we love all you guys.
If it was a mental health was a snooze, let us know in the comments.
Yeah, let us know, man. But we're just sharing our truths.
Stay strong out there, guys.
We opened up a little bit.
And as always, salawan.